welcome back to my channel. If you are new here today, please make sure to smash that subscribe button. And for all my returning subscribers, welcome to another video by your ultimate fave, who is back with an ultimate story time. Are you ready? But before we start, I accidentally bumped one of my box slides, and one of the globes broke inside, and I'm praying that it doesn't automatically just burst and hit me, because it broke half, and now I'm just like, I'm so scared in case I die. Let me drink my last glass of gin. Okay guys, so today we are back with another story time. I know that I haven't given you guys a story time in a hot minute, and that's because you guys know that I want to always try to keep my content really interesting. I don't want to just be known for catching L's on a public platform, okay? I would like to be known for other things, but it seems as though you guys really like it when I tell you guys of all the stories that I've had and all the, I guess, experiences I've had in my relationship. So you know what? I thought I would do that. However, before we begin, you guys know that I obviously have to show you guys what I'm gonna eat today. So I really hope you guys have got your plates ready, because today I am hungry and I'm going to be having an old favorite. I don't know if you guys are ready, but let me take it out and show you. I am having a seafood boil from Dash Kitchen SA. Now, if any of you guys are new here today, because you guys obviously joined the family very recently, this is a seafood boil that I purchased from Dash Kitchen. If you guys don't follow them, please make sure to follow them on Instagram. It's called Dash Kitchen SA. And today, I'm not entirely sure what I got, but it's looking like a seafood boil because it's got these giant prawns. I just want to show you guys how big the prawns actually are. Like, that's huge. It's massive. So I've got a couple of prawns. I've got a little bit of lobster here and there. You know, it's a couple of favorites, and I really like this particular dish because it's enough for one person, right? I'm just salivating because I haven't had Dash Kitchen in so long. So you guys know, before we begin, we always begin with a taste test. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a piece and have a bite, and I'm obviously gonna give you guys a bite. Are you ready? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm obviously gonna have a sausage. You guys know sausages are my favorite. So here you go, your first bite. I've missed Dash Kitchen. Even the smell is so nostalgic. Oh my god. Oh! Okay, firstly, it's my first meal of the day. I have saved my appetite for this moment. And nah guys, I would disregard my whole family for a seafood boil. I would honestly pretend like I don't know them. Okay, let me just have a mussel and then we can get started. Ooh, so I'm just gonna have one mussel right here. Nana sauce. Oh my god! I missed Dash Kitchen. Oh, I am dying. Where's the cheese dogs? No man, I knew something was missing here. Okay. But anyway. I love Dash Kitchen. Dash, I love you. They gave me a lot of things, but I'm really excited to try the giant prawns because apparently those are amazing. They're just as good as lobsters, you know? So let's say you're someone who doesn't like lobster, but you like prawns, so. Now let's jump into the story. Okay. yeah. Child, that man done broken it into my damn house, child. Like, you know, when I think about it, it's just like, guys, oh my god. But anyway, I told myself today that I'm not gonna talk too much. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna jump into the story time. So this happened a while ago, guys, with one of my exes. I don't want to say who, but judging from how the story is going to go along, I think a few of you are going to figure out who I'm talking about. So okay, now this happened 2 years ago, right? Because this is 2019, it's 2021 right now. You see, like, I'm just so surprised that I've been through so much at a young age. I'm traumatized. Like, wait, trauma, it's a real thing. This happened in 2019. And essentially what happened is this title is really not clickbait. He actually did us broke into my house. And look, I wouldn't call it breaking and entering because he was someone that I loved and I cared for, but we went together and he did us broke in. Not like he had a key, he broke it in. But okay. So what happened was, me and this guy, for story's sake, I'm gonna name him. What am I gonna name him? You know what the problem is? I feel like all my story times have painted me as this crazy psycho girlfriend, right? Which is true, because I had my moments of psychoticism, psychoticness, whatever you said. I'm a master student, I ain't y'all tell me about my spell. But what I don't tell you guys is the psychoticism that I received in return. So I'm gonna tell the story, but I'm totally over it, totally understand. Most of it was actually my fault, but whatever. So a friend of mine, and for this story I'm gonna call her Shelly. Now, you guys know Shelly. You've seen Shelly on my video. Shelly. In that year, I was going through a breakup with the guy in question, and for story's sake, I'll call him Stembis. Siabong, we've had enough? Given. The kissist. I'm calling him Given. So in 2019, I was in a long-term relationship with this guy, and for story's sake, I'm gonna name him Given, because if I name him the other name that I gave to you guys will know who he is. In that particular year, Given and I had been through a lot. Like, he had given me a lot of heartache, stress, traumatizing, trauma, nothing. Like, I should have ended up in a psychiatric hospital, but because I'm so strong and so devoted to my strength, I told myself that I'm gonna overcome this. In 2019, there was a point where him and I went through a break. Like, we broke up, like, for most of the time. During that breakup, I guess I was seeing other people like Broketh. I was just all over the place. Like, I was a hot thing. Like, I was hot on the block. So then my friend Shelly tells me, no, listen, Chomi, I'm going out of town this weekend, and I'm going with a few friends, and I know that obviously this breakup really like has you shook up, because the thing is, I really loved Given. Like, I loved him. Like, even now, I don't hate him. Like, I'll forever love him, but I don't hate him. But I think a lot of people knew what he put me through, so I'm even surprised that I'm allowed to tell him. But anyway, I find Shelly's like, Chomi, you've been through a lot, and I was thinking that if you're not doing anything this weekend, come with me, we're going out of town. Okay. So I asked her, hi man, where are we going? I don't know where this particular place is, but I'm going to assume it's Limpopo, because I don't want to tell you guys what the place is and then you guys are like, no, you stupid fuck, it's not there. Shelly's like, nah, forget about the name, forget him, Naledi, he's busy there with other bad bitches. He's bad bitching, he's just living his best life, king of the jungle, alpha male, what? I'm like, are you right, you know? And I had never done something. You know what, let me actually give you guys an idea of the kind of person I am. I will go out and drink with guys, but I'll never go back to your house. I'll never go to your house, I'll never sleep there. I'll never do anything to that extent. I always choose to go home. Like, I never just do something out of like a whim and excitement. So when Shelly was like, Naledi, you really need to get out of this funk of always being comfortable, being alone and at home and all that other stupid stuff. I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. So, Shelly, then she convinces me, no, let's go out of town. For a weekend. Friday to Sunday. Now, the current status relationship, or the current status of my relationship with Given, is that we broke up, right? So we had blocked each other everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I'm saying everywhere. The only place where I had not blocked Given was email. And that's because I didn't know how to. If I knew how to block him on email, I probably would have. So, no problem. Friday gets here, Shelly asks me, dude, like, are you in? I need a solid answer if you're coming, so that we can obviously make arrangements for you to sleep and things like that, because at the time Shelly asked me, it was very short notice, so I didn't really have the finances for it, but she was like, nah, don't sweat it. My boyfriend is going to obviously cover for you if you come. I just need like a definite answer. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. No, I'll come through, you know? But fit. What I hadn't told Shelly is that Given and I we would talk via email, but like not frequently. It was one of those things where if I got really, really drunk and I missed him, I would call him. But in that particular year that we broke up, he was just going off the rails. Like, I didn't understand what he was doing. And I didn't understand the goals he was associating himself with. So I was just like, I don't want to be a part of this. For my brand and my image, I don't want to be a part of this, because I wouldn't want to say he spiraled downwards, and I also wouldn't want to say he was trying to get even or he was trying to prove a point, but he would do certain things and they would come back and say no. And I'm like, nigga, could you shut the f up? Like, nigga, could you shut up your mouth with the lies, right? So he was a bit of a, no, let me tell you actually what it was. You know, when you're a hot boy or when you're hot on the block and you've got money, what people do is they always bring hands to your sake and they always try and organize you that hottest stalker on that time. And I think he had just become a little bit obsessed with that. Friday comes, me, I'm going, getting ready, we leave. No problem. I get to the pickup point, the point of pickup on the Friday that we all leaving, because they got a big car, like a whole big bus, because it wasn't just me and Shelly. It was me, Shelly, Shelly's other friend, whom I'll call Susie. So it was me, Shelly, and Susie, and me, Shelly, and Susie all knew each other. And then there were like 5, 6 other girls who came with those guys that they were dating those guys. So they were dating them. All the guys that were there, which was like 5 or 6, all had their partners. So which was like 5 or 6 girls. So there was like an extra of women, and they were literally like 6 guys. So there were like 9 women, 6 guys type of thing, right? Because me and Susie obviously just came there for the vibes. No, everything's still going well, guys. Friday, we drive there. Even when I'm driving down there with the girls, we're in the bus. We're in the party bus, we're rocking. What's this? Given is busy emailing me. And first mistake Given makes is assuming that, it's so sad because I still have the emails. Given was very good at gaslighting me. He never ever knew who I was with, but he was very good at making it seem like he knew. He tracked my phone that day. He's like, Naledi, what are you doing in Limpopo? I'm like, and then he sends another message. He's like, oh, you're with this person, which is a DJ. I'm like, no. See, now I'm fighting by email. No, I'm not with them, and it doesn't matter who I'm with, because you know what she fucking is. Now it's a back and forth between me and the geezest. Me and the geezest be fighting. No, by email. On Friday, we haven't even arrived at the destination. But now Given, what he's been doing the whole time throughout our breakup is that he was tracking my phone. So he had been tracking my phone literally a month after we had broken up. And like, I think that time it had been maybe almost 2 months. So it had been a few weeks, maybe like 4, 5, 6 weeks. Not that language, but y'all understand the drift. Given's now coming at me, guys. Yeah, you in Limpopo and you're with this DJ. I'm like, I'm not in Limpopo with this DJ. I'm in Limpopo with who? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I count everyone. And then he's like, when he realizes that obviously he's chatting shit, and I don't even know why I had to explain myself to him, because we were broken up. But he was so determined. Then I tell him, hey, bruh, leave me alone. I know you decided to do your own thing and live your life. It's time for me to live mine. You know what? I should have actually never spoken to him that weekend, because he ruined my whole weekend. We get there on Friday. We have a good time. And then, while we have a good time, this is where I made a mistake. While we have a good time, I'm busy tweeting. Oh my God, so annoyed. Can't wait to be in my own bed and just relax. Friday gonna go. I just want to be alone right now. I just need to make a plan to get out of here. Kanti, gizist. Ubaladi tweets. Given is reading my tweets, right? And you guys are probably wondering, how do you know that? I'm gonna find out. Are we gonna find out after? There was a point where, even when we got there, Given had made me so sad and made me feel so insignificant, because he was saying things like, yeah, you're a hoe, you're this. Yeah, this is why I left you, because you're such a hoe. And I'm a lot of things, eh? No, I'm a lot of things. But a hoe? With who? I mean, my boy, I've been riding for you the whole motherfucking time. But okay. Given gaslighted me that night. And for anybody who knew our relationship personally, he was very good at gaslighting me. Like, I think nobody can explain the gaslighting to him better than me. But okay, gaslights me that night. So what do? I start stirring up the pot. I'm like, what you not gonna do, you know? But I wasn't doing it thinking that he was gonna pull some psychotic ass move. But okay, cool. That Friday, I'm tweeting. And I really wasn't tweeting to obviously try and get him to do something weird. I was tweeting that night, honestly, out of pure hurt, anger, confusion. Like, I really was tired of the mind games. And me going away that weekend was because I had literally spent each and every day thinking myself into a bad mood, thinking, oh my gosh, he's cheating with this person. If I were to check his stories or check his friend's stories, I would see what he's here, then he's here, then I would stalk. Like, guys, I'm really good at FBI. So even if he would go out to the club with particular girls, I would find out who he was with, because my stalker account is always ready. The ammunition is always ammunitioning. Do you understand what I'm saying? There was nothing I didn't know. Let me tell you guys, for anyone who thinks I didn't know, even me, I hacked into his phone. And not the phone that he did, the other. Just leave it to me. Sweetie, I want to go home. I don't want to be here. Can't wait to catch my next flight home. That's what flight? What money? I was broke. I just went there because it was a free trip. After tweeting that and getting drunk, I sleep. Wake up on Saturday. Everything is a little bit better. People are explaining, I know you got drunk, girl. You know, this whole thing with giving really took its toll on me. Saturday goes past. I choose to chill, have a good time, because I signed up to be here. I would be a dick if I had to choose to go home. I get. Now let's fast forward to Sunday. Oh, on Saturday I get an email. Where are you? I'm like, how? I'm still in Limpopo. I'm trying to, like, why are you still there? Given the kids. I'm like, how? I want to go home, but like, I don't understand why you asking me I'm still here. Why are you asking me if I'm still here? Okay. Sunday, guys, we wake up. We have breakfast. You know, everyone has just now started enjoying each other's company, because on the Saturday we got a chance to all chill, drink, have a good time. No problem. Now we're driving back home. We drive back home, and I think we get to Joburg around 6-ish, 7-ish, because it was dark. And then I had to go drop off someone. Oh, Susie. I get home, guys. I get home. Hi, man. I get home and I get home and I get home. So what do I do? I get home, I go inside, I sleep. Ne? I'm not paying attention. As soon as I walk in, I notice a cup of tea on my class table. No, it was a cup that had tea inside, but when I walked in, I couldn't see what was inside the contents of the cup. So I automatically assumed I must have left the cup when I left and I went. You understand what I mean? Because everything looked like it was still there. It was in order. Everything was fine. So I saw the cup there, and I didn't see the contents of what was inside the cup. So I'm aimlessly walking. I put my bags down, I go to my bed, smoke a hub, and I sleep. But I asked myself, man, I know I cleaned when I lived here. Why is that cup there sitting by itself? And then I think, I know, man, it's sitting in the same place where I normally live. Oh, hell no. So I'm not thinking, guys, it's not nothing. Everything is in place. Sure, peace, deuces, cool. Now it's Monday. Now it's Monday. You see, men are just as psychotic as women. Now, let me tell you something. Men are just as psychotic as women, if not worse. As per usual, now I have a helper who used to come to my house on certain days. That Monday, I don't think she came. Or did she? I don't remember whether she was there or not that day, but I remember witnessing the window. I was emptying out my bin because my bin was smelling, right? My bin in the kitchen, so like the bin in the house. I don't know what I had forgotten to take out on the Friday that I left for Limpopo. So when I came back, it was smelling. Because that's obviously what happens, food rots. Hi man, I decided to go out and take it to the bin, which is on the other side, by the window, which was next to the garage, guys. Lo and behold, what I find. It is lo and behold, right? Like law and order. Is that it? It is lo and behold, isn't it? Or is it lo and behold? No, it has to be lo and behold. But that's not the parts. Guess what I find? My bin is right next to my door by the garage, right? As I'm throwing the bin out and I'm turning, my garage window is broken. It's fucking broken, and not just broken like someone threw a tennis ball and there was a little hole. It's broken even the pieces at the corner. You know what? You know when someone takes a chisel and goes. So they broke it, and then they still took the other pieces off. Guys, it gets worse. I know you can. I'm so confused. No, it gets worse. So I noticed that there's a big square hole in my garage window, and I'm like, what the fuck? Now I'm terrified because I'm like, the one weekend I leave home, and I obviously was very apprehensive about leaving because I thought, oh my god, I don't want to go there and have to befriend people I don't even know. And I was sad and was heartbroken. The one weekend I leave to just go have a bit of sunshine, I come back to more problems, more money and more problems. Now I'm panicking. I'm calling my sister. I'm calling my mom. I'm like, guys, I don't know what's going on here, but someone broke into the house. Girl, yes, someone broke into the house. So they're like, man, what? Naledi, are you okay? Are you safe? Just check. So eventually at some point or the other, I had to tell my dad because my mom was like, you need to tell your father because he needs to obviously tighten security. So my dad is super paranoid, and so I've got cameras around the house and like, you know. So guys, I got into so much trouble because of fucking Gizist. And if I had to tell you what he did. Now I'm stressed, guys. Now I'm terrified. Anybody who knows me and knows this channel knows that I love my dad more than... We're telling a story. Okay. People aren't even at church at this time. Alright guys, okay, now it's getting heated now. Now I have to tell my dad that, Papa, by the way, there's a broken window in the house. Because obviously, like, one thing about my dad, right? My dad, don't lie to him. You need to always tell him what's going on. He can't protect you if he doesn't know what's happening. And the thing is, I think for a really long time, I hid a lot of aspects of that relationship that were very dangerous and scary. And I feel like if I hadn't feared my dad the way that I used to in the past, I would have probably left that relationship a lot sooner. But I didn't, because I loved. Now it's time to face the music. Now I'm like, yo, Papa, there's a broken window in the house and I wasn't home this weekend. Yo! Now I have to answer, where were you? No, I went to a friend's house for a sleepover for the weekend. We went from Friday to Sunday, then I come back on Sunday, there's a broken window. So my dad being my dad, because obviously I have more than one vehicle in the house, he's like, what did they take? What did they take? Is everything in the house? Check if everything is in the house. It still hasn't clicked. What the f? You know, because me and the kids are fighting via email. So in my mind, I'm just thinking that that psychopath is keeping tabs on me, right? Okay. So my dad is like, what did they take? And I'm like, now I'm checking for everything. I'm checking for all the valuables, right? Oh, my red bottoms are there, we good. Okay, my bags are there, we good, Papa. They didn't take it. No, dumbass, did they take the TV? Did they take anything other than your fucking shoes and your clothes. Guys, everything is still there. Even the flat screen is still there. Guys, nothing was taken. My dad is like, Naledi. So I tell him, like, Papa, I haven't noticed anything being taken. My dad keeps quiet on the phone for 2 minutes. And he's like, Naledi, Pa, on jwetsa hore ba robile festere ya hao and abanka teaspoon le teaspoon ya teaspoon. It was at that very moment I knew exactly who broke in here. It hadn't clicked. It hadn't fucking hit me. That mug was still there where I left it. It hadn't fucking hit me. It had not hit me. It had not. The math didn't math until literally 5 minutes before the paper was supposed to be done. My dad is like, Naledi, on Chotore, they broke into your house and they didn't even fucking take 1 teaspoon. Not even 1. They didn't even take your watches, your valuables, because I just leave everything everywhere. That's the problem with me, which now is why I'm much more cautious. But that is like, This is a lie, Your Honor. Objection. If a thief had to thieverize, why would a thief come into the house that is empty, see that no one is in the house, and not even fucking take a candle? Guys, you guys have every right now to call me a stupid ass, call me head ass, dumb ass, you fucking dumb ass, I can't click. And another thing, now that I'm thinking about the logistics of this thing, if people were to break in here, how are they gonna get out? My neighbors were right next door to each other. How are they gonna get out? Where was the getaway car? There's cameras in the fucking street. Our complex is so uniquely designed, and it's so, I don't know how to call it, it's so super safe that attempting to steal here is going to be, well, attempting to steal in this particular complex will be a bit tricky because there's literally only 6 units. 1, I'm the only black person. 2, so I know the white people gonna fight for me. They're gonna fight for me. But also, how did my neighbors not even wonder? My neighbors are very attentive. My neighbors know who comes in and out. My neighbors even know, like, we are so tight as a unit that if my neighbors were to see my boyfriend standing outside with his car waiting for me, they will open for him. They know his car, they know his number plate. They'll even greet him, hi, the geezest. So I'm like, the first thing, I was like, you know what, Papa, let me call you right back. I ran to my monitors on the cameras and I'm like, dear God, Jehovah Jireh, please do not, I know that ain't who I think it is. I know that ain't who I think it is. Guys, guys, I watched the monitor. And I watched it for 2 days. I rewind it back to Friday when I left. I see myself, you know, getting out, taking the car, leaving. And even that time, I had taken the Rio because at that time, I was still driving my previous car, the Merc. So I didn't even want to take the Merc because I knew that my dad still tracks that car. So I was like, the last thing I would want is to get caught. So I knew what I was doing. I rewind back to Friday. See myself getting out the Rio, see myself leaving, see myself locking. Now, one thing about Given is that he knew that there's one specific door in the house that I don't lock. And that's because I'm a very forgetful person and I used to be someone who loses their stuff a lot. So the last thing I would want is to not have access into my own place. So what I've done is I give my dad the other key. So that should things really hit the fan, my dad can access the house. So there was one door in the house that I don't lock. I lock every other door, every window. But there's one specific door that I know should shit hit the fan, I don't lock that door. I watched the footage, guys. I I watched the footage from Saturday, Sunday morning. 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You can even see the sun rising because you know on the monitors they start to change from gray to a bit of color. Guys, I just watched in terror as I saw Given walk. No, Given. I watched Given walk around the house. I've got cameras all around the house. So I watched him walk from the front to the back. And then there's a specific part that's prohibited, so I can't see it, which is the one where he decided to pull his little eyes. I don't fucking know what the hell he was doing or why he rocked up at 5 in the morning. Now, the thing is, him rocking up at 5 in the morning was not a first, because I will say this, I am overly comfortable when I'm dating. I will give you the key to my house because I'm always alone. Like, if you are dating me, you will never have to wonder if another guy is here, because I will respect you enough to make sure that even if you wanted to pull a drive-by, you're not gonna find a guy here. Now this drive-by with the monitors was the second drive-by of the other drive-by he did in. But luckily for that one, I was there. The kissy the kissy or a coffee. I think he was drinking tea. The kisses made a cup of tea. The kisses relaxed. I dead as. I was in so much disbelief that I couldn't even tell my dad that actually the geezers did this. I only came clean to my dad about it last year, but that was 2020. In 2019, I didn't tell him. I was like, you know what, Papa? Next door, they've got these rowdy ass kids, and I found a tennis ball. When in actual fact, I was saving his ass because I loved him, right? The kids is still, hey, my good brother Broken realized now the girl's still being a faithful one, as per usual. There were certain things that he did that day, and I couldn't understand what the hell is he doing, you know? But good brother done broke it in my house, made a cup of tea, coffee, whatever he made, and then he left. And he literally missed me by like a few hours because I think he was expecting me to come back on that particular day. And I'd find him sitting there, I would have been more traumatized. I would have asked myself how he got in. But I think the story doesn't have quite a happy ending because first of all, I had to fix that window myself. But guys, no, eventually he apologized and we made amends, and I don't know what it was. I think I kind of understood because I've also had my psychotic moments like stealing his car, and that was way before. So it literally was one of those things. But you know, I always used to remind him of it. I was like, wow, don't forget, you're a bit of a thief. You're a bit of a vandal, you know what I mean? But eventually we had to sit down and talk about it, and when he explained why he did that, I felt so heartbroken. I feel like, you know, sometimes you get to a stage in a relationship where you guys always try to one-up each other, and he thought I was trying to one-up him, and he says that his reason for breaking in was to stop me from I don't even tell y'all his reason. All I know is that he apologized and we made amends. I have to give him props in the sense that he really did make up for it. Like, he really, really did make up for it, man. You know, I actually laugh when I think about it. But it's so crazy because, you know, it's little things like that that make you feel like, you know what, you would protect me. So if I was in a fire, you'd be like Ben Diesel or some. It's all about the family. Then you break in and save me and whatever. But I think also, that's what I think of it. It's a bit crazy. That is essentially how Given broke into my house. And I had eaten most of the seafood boil. I've literally left a couple of prawns because I am stuffed to the max. But I'm not eating the corn and the potato, obviously, because I'm really trying to watch the starch that I ingest. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is the end of the video. I would really like to thank you guys so much for helping me get to 90,000 subscribers. And now we are on our way to 100,000. I do want you guys to know that even though the story does sound scary as fuck, the thing is, I think what made it easy was that he does have access. He had access because all my neighbors knew him. And there was no way he would have broken in and they would have thought he was breaking in. And, man. Look at me smiling. Okay, breaking in is a good thing. Yay! Snap out of it. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. Please let me know if you did enjoy this and let me know if you want to see any more story times. Thank you so much to Dash Kitchen SA for actually sending me this seafood boil. I actually enjoyed this and I think I do enjoy the sizing of this because there's a lot less wastage. I am still going to eat a little bit later, nibble on a little bit, but I'm really glad that there wasn't too much in the actual, you know. They definitely made sure to give me all my favorites. I will leave the details down below once I do find out how much this portion costs because I'm not entirely sure. I'm used to really buying the big portion. So yeah, guys, that is it. Please make sure to share and like and subscribe. But until then, we are on our road to 100,000 subscribers. I love you guys so much and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.